हो गया लाइव स्टार्ट है. Good evening, friends. I can see one thumbs up, one person joining. Who's this person? Can you speak up? If you have any questions, you can type in the chat box. Hi, good evening. Who is this? Winky. Utkarsh. Hi, good evening, Utkarsh. How are you? Okay, Utkarsh. Tell me, when was your last SSB and when is your next SSB? If you have any doubts regarding SSB, ask them to me. I'm hosting this live session to clear anything and everything about SSB and also to talk about ISV Club that is now on Graphy by Unacademy. Go ahead. Okay, no problems. 2 times conference out, 2 times screened out. When is your next SSB now? So now when is your next SSB? Okay, I've shared a link. These are the courses that I have to offer. In case if you wish to register, my next SSB class will commence from 6th of September. Check this link and I would suggest you to register. You can learn anytime and apply anytime. So we generally do 15 sessions. They are interlinked, intertwined, and interdependent on each other because all the three techniques, there is a correlation amongst the techniques also. So I don't really harp upon फट्टा बल्ली का प्रैक्टिस करा दो, स्टोरी लिखाना सिखा दो. It doesn't work that way. We need to bring out what you are in the SSB, your real self, and then we work on your weaknesses. So it is more about manasa vacha karmana, the way I have spoken on my website, vakta nindriyam vihiti samupe. When your thoughts, actions, and your mind, it coincides, it means that you are in a state of perfect equilibrium, and that is when you're supposed to present yourself to the board, or that is how you're supposed to present yourself to the board. So 15 sessions, that is how we do. We also have special doubt clearing sessions, and we work on individual candidate. No, no, that's a myth. All three need to recommend, sorry, or at least two. These are all the myths that are floating. Utkarsh, don't believe this. It doesn't work like this. I host a session in my classes about the conference procedure. That's where I talk about this in detail as to exactly how the conference works, and get this myth out of your mind. Okay, so let me talk more about ISV Club and me. My name is Lieutenant Commander Nikhil Kumar Chandrakala. I served for a decade in the Indian Navy. I am the founder and director of the Integrated SSB Virtual Source Club. I started this club last year, July 2021, with an aim to train aspiring defense aspirants who want to become officers in the Indian Armed Forces, in the Indian Army, Navy, and the Air Force. I have served as the founding member and first GTO of SSB Kolkata, Indian Navy's fourth officer selection board that is located at Diamond Harbour, West Bengal, South 24 Parganas. I have also served at India's oldest selection center, that is Selection Center South, 12 SSB Bangalore. And I have with me an experience of assessing about 8,000 plus candidates in my career as a group testing officer. I have set up a board from scratch, so I know the nuances of what exactly goes into the selection system. The aim of setting up ISP Club was very simple, that there are so many deserving candidates who do not get recommended or they are misguided because there is a plethora of non-assessor material and content floating. And as an assessor, it is my duty, rather it is in the ethics, to um, to bring the right thing, the right content, and the right information to the aspirants. So, Utkarsh, it is not about you think that it was a good response. What does it take for the psychologist to understand what are you trying to say about yourself? So it is not about just a good response. It is about whether the response was about you or were you faking. So psych test is all about getting your true self out. It has more to do with the unconscious part of your mind. If you look at the iceberg model of your mind, human mind. So the psychologist, he or she generally focuses primarily on your unconscious part of your mind. So whether that true self is coming out or not, if you're faking things just because you are trying to give SSB type answers, then it's not going to work out. You have to give my kind of answers. You need to think like I am Utkarsh and I am this. Then only it will work. Otherwise, it won't work. This is how. This is what we focus on at ISV Club. Yeah, it will be a Zoom session. If you register classes, if you register for my classes on Graphy, the link that I have shared, then you will get an automatic link. Whatever classes you do with me, they'll be recorded, and then the content will be available to you for next 6 months. There'll be other lot of content that will be available only to you if only you log in with your login credentials. I think there are more participants. Would you like to introduce yourself? Who all are there? This is very subjective, Utkarsh. I cannot really answer this. Taking coaching for SSB is right or not. When I appeared for SSB, I did not take any coaching, and my All India rank was 1. 20 UES, Army, IMA. Ankit, hi, good evening. I have not understood your question, beta. Effect on unemployment of unemployment on SSB. That means if you are unemployed, what happens at SSB? You need to justify. Everything needs to have a legal justification. Nothing is right or wrong in terms of SSB. If you're unemployed, does not mean that it is bad. If you're employed, does not mean that it is good. So many people who are employed somewhere outside, they come and give SSB, but do they get recommended? Everybody does not. So it is about you. SSB is not about generic things. What game sports do I play? What is my employment status? What is my salary? Where do I work? It is about you as a person. How do you do it? What are your logical reasons of not being unemployed? Is it justified logically? You need to know how to present yourself. It is all about syncing your mansa, vacha, and karmana when you appear for SSB. That is how SSB works. Any other questions? Anyone? So, Ankit, I don't know, you joined late. We are on Graphy by Unacademy. Hi, Sagar. Good evening. If a candidate is inclined towards a particular arm like Navy, so what he should say about his preference of service where he's going for Army or Air SSB? Ankit, it doesn't matter. You will find a job. Depending upon your skill set, you would be applying to multiple places. Recession is seeping in. Hiring is on hold in corporate. So you will find a job. But meanwhile, what are you trying to do to improve your skill set? That is more important. You need to think about it. How will you talk about this in front of your interviewing officer? Sagar, Sagar, it doesn't matter. It's not like you like Navy, so Army and Air Force will reject you. It doesn't work that way. If you're fit enough to be an officer, armed forces is equal to mindset plus skill set. Skill set will be imparted to you in your training academies, IMA, AFA, NDA, OTA, whatever. Mindset is something that is checked or judged at SSB. If you have the mindset to become an officer, you go to any SSB, Army, Navy, Air Force, you'll get recommended, whatever your choice is. Utkarsh SSB is not tough. There's nothing like SSB is tough. It was never a test of your general knowledge and general awareness. General awareness. SSB is a test of your personality. It's not that if you talk like Shashi Tharoor, you will get recommended. No. I have myself rejected when I was in the system serving as GT of myself rejected IITMs. It doesn't matter even if you're a topper in the class. It does not matter whether you're a national level boxer or a horse rider or you play golf. It doesn't matter. It's all about the presentation. What did you do? Mansa vacha karmana, effect of stress on you. SSB is nothing but it's a situation based psychometric analysis to find out your personality as to how would you react under extreme pressure and stress. How would you respond in a situation filled with extreme stress, volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous situation? What you would do जब ट्रिगर दबाने का मौका आएगा दैट डिसीजन हैज टू बी मेड बाय यू तो मैं वो ट्रिगर खींचूंगा तो क्यों खींचूंगा और अपने सारे बंदों को वापस लेके आऊंगा इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर अपने आप से पूछो व्हाट डज इट टेक टू मेक दिस काइंड ऑफ अ डिसीजन दिस इज अ प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ सिचुएशन दैट यू वुड फेस आफ्टर यू बिकम एन ऑफिसर so SSB is nothing but miniaturized kind of a situation based personality assessment that you would be facing in your real life as an officer. So don't get bogged down, Ankit. It doesn't matter that you have not done any leadership activity. But if you have leadership traits, you'll get enough opportunity in the armed forces to showcase your leadership skills. It is all about the presentation under stress. That's what I'm harping upon. SSB is a situation based personality assessment. If all of you, whosoever is participating in this live session, if you're really interested, I'm sharing the link again in the chat window. Take this. We are on Graphy by Unacademy. If you open the courses, you'll find the details of the courses that I'm offering. No, it doesn't work like this, Ankit. And anyway, I have not understood. What are you trying to ask me? Write properly. Speak clearly. That is the first rule of SSB. Speak to the point. Jalebi nahi banana beta. To the point baat karna. That is the first rule in SSB. Smile. To the point. When you speak, you should have depth of knowledge. Your level of idea should be high. All that happens only when you have a knowledge base. So it is never about what kind of knowledge do you have. How to apply that knowledge, that is more important. So you should know application of knowledge in practical situations of varying complexity. That's what we try to do. We create situations and you're supposed to apply your knowledge base. If you are able to apply it well, you'll be able to handle that situation independently. And that is what is required of an officer in real life. This is exactly what we're trying to do in SSB. Knowledge होगा तो सब उस बंदे की इज्जत करते हैं. Automatically you will be a natural leader in a group of people. That is how group dynamics, group effectiveness and team dynamics work. Sir, if you have leadership traits in life, then only we can show it in SSB because it looks like actions from life. Who told you this? SSB looks for actions from life. What actions from life? SSB is a test of your personality. We are trying to see your behavior manifestations in different situations. We are trying to test you so that your real self comes out and your superficial veneer breaks. इंसान अपने जिंदगी में 100 डिफरेंट टाइप्स के डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म्स यूज करता है डेली. उन डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म को तोड़ोगे तो तुम्हारा रियल सेल्फ बाहर निकल के आएगा. एसएसबी में तीनों ऑसेसर्स हथौड़ा लेकर के ये सुपरफिशियल विनीर जो तुमने अपने आप में अपने अराउंड एक बबल क्रिएट करके रखा है उसको तोड़ने की कोशिश करते हैं ताकि तुम्हारा रियल सेल्फ बाहर आए, पता चले कि तुम कौन हो, कितना स्टेबल माइंड है तुम्हारा. Any other questions, anyone? Just a repetition again. I have launched ISV Club on Graphy by Unacademy. Check out my courses. There's a link in the chat window. We are starting our next course from 6th of September, next batch. All of you are most welcome. Ship life is intriguing. It's really interesting, full of adventure. Yeah. What do you take help for, Utkarsh? That should be very clear. Clarity of thought. That is SSB. In conference, beta, all three assessors they discuss what they saw about you, and they unanimously together, they take a decision whether should we recommend you or not. They talk about the behavior manifestations as to what you did in each technique. That's okay. It doesn't matter. People who get recommended also conferences last for 30 seconds. Who don't get recommended also conference lasts for 30 seconds. It is just relative and subjective. Do not compare yourself to anyone else in SSB. SSB is about you, not you in comparison to someone else. However many people attend SSB, if everybody meets that grade, no minimum acceptable level of a candidate, there's a definition to it. If you join my course, I'll tell you those things in detail. If you meet that bar which is set for minimum acceptable level of a candidate appearing for SSB, everybody gets recommended. SD is your real life thing. What do people talk about you? Your friends, family, your brothers, sisters, your mother, father, parents, your employer. What do you think about yourself and what do you want to do in life? It's a very simple thing. Be yourself, Alok Kumar Sahu. That is what exactly I would say. Be balanced, be composed, talk to the point. Your ideas should be of high level. When you speak, speak to the point. Jalebi nahi banana. Your ideas, your opinion should have depth of knowledge supported by facts and figures whenever you speak. Otherwise, don't open your mouth. That's exactly how it works in SSB. How can you avoid injury? Ankit Singh. How would you avoid yourself from getting, from meeting an accident while you're crossing the road? That's the same thing that you need to do when you're attempting individual obstacles, and a GTO briefs you well. Do the obstacles the way he tells you to do. That is how they're supposed to be done with minimal injury. There's nothing like for a repeater SSB stuff. SSB is not tough. It is a matter of meeting that grade for minimum acceptable level of the candidate. Any other questions? So, Pankaj, you should know exactly what is happening these days, nationally, internationally, last 3 months at least. Yeah, I have broken the entire SSB hackathon into two modular courses. One is just about the site test and the interview prep, and the another one is the group testing hackathon. Both of them together is the complete SSB hackathon. There's nothing like skill for TAT-WAT SRT. It is a based test. How would you react in a particular situation? What do you think of a situation? I'll be going for my 18th attempt, 12 conference out in the week. The interview again for region. What should we close with the interview now? Sagar, what have you not done in the last 18 attempts is exactly what you're required to do. I had a candidate, Surya Bhaj Singh, 17th attempt. He got recommended. So far, we have had 10 success stories. So you can check the success stories on the channel. Hear the students out on their own what they have to talk about ISV Club. There's a gentleman called as Suryavan Singh, 17th attempt. He came to me and he got recommended from Bangalore. So you would not know what GTO is doing. No, that is the trick of the trade. GTO is just a passive absorber. बस खाली देखता रहता है वो तुम लोग करते क्या. तो तुमको पता नहीं चलेगा कि वो कहाँ बैठ के किधर चाय पी रहा है, कहाँ से क्या देख रहा है. जीटीओ ग्राउंड में तो बहुत सारे जीटीओ एक साथ होते हैं. सब एक दूसरे को देखते रहते हैं. सब एक दूसरे के बैचेस को देखते रहते हैं, ग्रुप्स को देखते रहते हैं एट द सेम टाइम. It is GTO skill that the candidate does not know कि GTO is looking at them, not your skill. Don't think about GTO, think about yourself. That is more important. And GTO assessment is based on group effectiveness and team dynamics theory, Gestalt psychology. Any other questions? Because now that the participants are very less, I would like to sign off. But before signing off, I will share the link once again with all of you. You're not supposed to show your OLQs. Utkarsh, you're so misguided. You don't show OLQs, only your behavior manifestations come out in a situation which an assessor reads. GTO looks at you in a group of 1 is 2, minimum 6, maximum 10. Psychologist does not even look at you. Interviewing officer is talking to you one to one. They are just looking at your behavior manifestations. It is their job to interpret your behavior manifestations into shades of officer like qualities. Everybody has OLQs. Every human being on this earth has OLQs. It is the shade of that quality that we're looking for in a minimum acceptable level candidate. Mr. Ankit, read newspapers, read editorial columns. Street smartness cannot be taught. You need to fall into different situations of varying complexity, face the difficulties all your own on your own all alone. Then you will be sharp. Screening tips. Your story should contain something about yourself. Don't live in an imaginary world. Talk about your own world, who you are in your stories. Talk to the point. It's all about how do you weave the common story. कैसे दिमाग लगाते हो, किसका पॉइंट कहाँ से उठाया, कैसे स्टोरी जोड़ी, कॉमन स्टोरी बना दी. बोल के बताना जरूरी नहीं है, जोड़ के बताना जरूरी है. 3 लोग बैठ के तुमको सामने देख रहे होते हैं. Okay, guys. So I'll be signing off now. I don't know how to answer that question. How will you train that, Mr. Utkarsh? You please join the class and you will understand. That is my skill. That is group effectiveness and team dynamics. That you will learn at ISV Club how it works. Then you will apply that yourself on your own into that group of people when you meet for your next SSB. Then it is your imagination. Uh, when you go create your login credentials, Utkarsh, once you log in, create your own account, buy the course. Simple. It's there. Payment gateway will come and you'll be able to buy the course. Ankit, it is all about your imagination then. No, it's a website. You don't have to download Graphy. There's a link here. Just go to this link, create an account, sign up. 6 September, the course starts. The next course will start on 6 September. I would highly recommend if you have so many doubts, buy the full SSB hackathon. Sit with me right from the beginning till the end. Then you will understand how SSB works. Yeah. Okay, guys. Bye bye. I'll see you soon. If you have any queries, write to me. You'll find my email ID details, how to reach to me on WhatsApp, everything on my website. My original website is this, and the website to buy the courses, that link also have shared. You're most welcome to my club. There are people who are proud ISPNs. They've written proud to be an ISPN on their plus recommended chest number also. Read about the success stories, testimonials, read about my blogs, find out more about me, who am I. I've given a link about my LinkedIn profile. Find out who am I. Then you will understand what am I trying to do, how different I am from any other SSB training or mentoring academy in this country who are doing this online or offline. With God's support, probably I'll be someday offline also. That you have to find out. I cannot answer this. What's different in my courses compared to others? We talk more about the concept of SSB and we work on you. I just don't literally train. फट्टा रख देना, बल्ली रख देना, ऐसे ही यहाँ से वहाँ चले जाना. ऐसे स्टोरी लिख देना, एसएसबी ऐसे नहीं होता. आई कैनॉट स्पून फीड यू. आई विल प्रिपेयर यू फॉर योर ओन बैटल. That's exactly what happens in a military training academy. Nobody is going to fight your battle for you. You have to fight your own battle. But for that, you get trained so that you are full of confidence, josh, zeal when you are entering the battleground. Assume SSB is your battleground and I am your trainer. I will train you to handle that thing independently on your own. That's what I do. I'm a mentor, I'm a coach. There is no spoon feeding. You will learn to do everything on your own. That is what I aspire to do. ऑफिसर बनना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. अच्छा ऑफिसर बनना, जेंटलमैन बनना ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. यही सब चीज़ें सीखोगे आईएसवी क्लब में. वक्तानिंद्रियम विहिति ही समूपे, where your thoughts, actions, and your speech coincide. There's nothing like how many months. It's a matter of 15 days. Okay, I think I have spent enough time with you all. Bye bye. Take care. I'll see you soon in the course. Take care.